Good morning, Warriors. It's your boy Garrett J. White, the Master Coach and Mentor, coming at you with a little wake-up WOD from CrossFit Ethos in Ladera Ranch, California. Go SoCal region. Getting my ass handed to me this year in the open, but hey, we're going the best we can. So here's the deal. In today's wake-up WOD principle, we're going to talk about one powerful thing before I get there. Let me remind you about the Wake Up Warrior app, where you get 100% of the content, 100% of the time, on demand from the palm of your hand, and everything dealing with waking up warriors, just like you, teaching you how to be more, do more, and suck less, while having it all the warrior's way, in body with your physicality, in beingness with your spirituality, with balance with your marriage and your family relationships and business, ultimately filling up that big bank account. So for 100% access, run over to the iTunes or Google Play Store and download the Wake Up Warrior app today. So getting into today's message, here's the principle. It's super powerful, and it simply comes down to this. You will never know how far you can go until you push yourself beyond everything that you know. Sit back and relax, and welcome to today's Wake Up WOD. All right, let's see a little look-see here what we did today. Warm up, 3 rounds, 200 meter run, carrying a 40-pound med ball, and then we did 10 twists and ball slams, 10 Turkish get-ups, 10 Supermans, and we did that 3 rounds. Once we were warmed up, then we got into our skill sets for today. Skill sets, 2 rounds, 5 skin the cats. Let's check out what those look like.
Now on this next position, Garrett, so come back down. Okay. So right here, start turning your thumbs away. Yep, there. Now go. Keep going. Keep those thumbs away. Keep those thumbs away. Yeah, nice. Good. See you guys. Thursday. I'll see you Thursday. No. Ask it for today. Thumbs away. Yeah, there you go. What does that do? Opens up your shoulder a little better. When you're strong enough.
Then we came back with max L-sit hanging hold. And we're going to check out what that looks like. If you notice, my L-sit is a piece of shit, and it looks more like a J-sit. Channeling the best I can with my inner Smurf gymnast. Third and final piece we did of skill warm-up was 30 hollow body rocks. And let me show you those right now. Then we came in with strength for the day. Sumo deadlift, 5 sets by 3. Sumo deadlift is new for me. It's only the second time I've ever done them. So I was trying to figure them out. Worked up to 315. Here we go. Here's all 5 sets. Fast forwarded.
What did you get? You did it twice. Yeah, he got 1 more rep. Yeah. Go to 95.
Okay, then we finally got into the workout of the day. See some of our people behind us still hitting it. Workout of the day was 4-time, 50 reps, 35 reps, 20 reps, sumo deadlift high pull. Let me show you what that one looks like. Followed by the box jumps at 24 inches. Let me show you what that looks like. You never know how far you can go until you push beyond everything that you know. Check out this shameless pitch for a video series that's changing the fucking world.
This entire video series here is set up to teach you what I call the warrior's way. And what is this? Well, it's a process of going from feeling alone to being a leader. This video series is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak-faced individual. It's not for the pussies who are unwilling to look at their lives who it is for. It's for guys who are trying to have it all.
Okay, so let's have a little real talk for a second, shall we? First off, Wake Up Warrior video series. If you're not checking it out, I'm not playing around. Get on over to wakeupwarrior.com. Check out that video series today. It has the power to literally transform the way that you see and experience life and give you access to having it all as a modern day warrior man. So let's get into our message, though, beyond that today, which is this. Like, you can't ever know how far you can go until you try to go there. You know, when I first started running, I couldn't run further than 3 miles. I'd never run further than like 3.5 miles ever. First time I got on to run 4 miles, we went to the Las Vegas Athletic Club with me and my brother Trevor. And we got ourselves duded up. We had 3 Gatorade bottles each, 2 Red Bulls each, and like a bunch of gel packets and a bunch of bars. We figured, well, what the hell? You know, long distance runners use this shit. We should probably use this shit too. And literally we recognized that that's like way too much fuel, and that's why we got stomach aches. But nonetheless, we sat back and we got on that treadmill and we started going. And we went 4 miles. And to us, it was a huge celebration. To the Kenyan who ran that like in his sleep going to the restroom, who runs a marathon in like friggin' lightning speed, it was nothing. But to me, it was the farthest I'd ever gone. Now, eventually, I worked my way up from 4 miles, up to 10 miles, up to my first half marathon, up to my first marathon, up to my first 50 miler, up to my first 100 miler, up to my first 125 miler, up to my first 155 miler, and beyond. And each one of these distances, I didn't know if I was going to be able to finish running. I had no idea. And the crazy thing is, the same thing happened for me in Ironman. The same thing happened for me in marriage. Same thing happens for me in business. Same thing happens for me doing these videos every single day. You know, there's no guarantees in how that I operate in my life. You know, I don't know how far I can go. And yet, because most people are sitting around looking for a guarantee, they're sitting around asking, well, Garrett, can you give me a guarantee? Can you give me a guarantee that if I take on my marriage, that if I challenge the status quo in the way that my marriage is going, that things will become great? Garrett, can you guarantee that if I take things on in a different way with my children, then my family will be great? Great. Garrett, can you guarantee that if I start marketing more efficiently, more effectively, more intensely than I've been marketing, that it's going to work? Garrett, can you give me a guarantee? Here's the harsh reality. You ready? There are no fucking guarantees. Here's the only fucking guarantee you got, that your life ain't going to change unless you try to do something different. And doing something different itself is always beyond what you know. In order to get something deeper in a spiritual relationship with God, you're going to have to start asking bigger and better questions than you've been asking yourself. You're going to have to surrender some of the small thinking and the small box that you put yourself in, and more importantly, the small box that you put God in. You're going to have to stop looking at your fitness from a level of what you think you can do, and you're going to have to start pushing your fitness to a place beyond what you think you can do, to a place of you don't know if you can finish. This is why I love CrossFit. CrossFit every single day is changing up my way I live. It's changing up the way I see it. It's changing up the way I operate, because every day I come in and I'm trying something new that I don't even know if I can fucking do it. Today was sumo deadlifts. I didn't know what I could do weight-wise on those. Were really heavy for me. Even though my normal deadlift is significantly heavier than that, like a sumo deadlift for me was different. It was new. And so often that newness itself, it becomes the avoidance mechanism. People end up saying, well, I don't want to do this thing because it's new. I don't want to try this thing because it's new, Garrett. I don't want to shake the boat. And ultimately, I found that the reason I have in the past, and the reason that people do today, and the reason that many of us will in the future, not challenge and expand our lives to the place that we ultimately want to go, is because we're scared. We're scared of what? We're scared of the unknown. We're scared of the void. We're scared of what might fucking happen if I go further than I've ever known. What might happen if I started to strive for something beyond what I currently understand? What might happen to my life if I actually pursued something beyond what everyone around me told me was possible and that I said was possible for myself? What if for just an instant I quit fucking living in the small little box I put my life in? And what if you, warrior, quit living in the small little box that you place yourself in and you gave yourself permission? Permission, man. Permission to reach for greatness. Permission to try something new. Permission to leap through a 10. You know, it's two phases you and I were going to go through in life. Here's phase one. Phase one is get out of survival into abundance. And this is where most people spend their lives, is striving to get out of survival and scarcity into abundance. And then when they get to abundance or they get to a good life, they quit. And they settle on in for the long haul for a really fucking good life. And never strive for greatness. Why? Because, see, when you're at a 0 and you reach for a 6 and you get to a 6, that's massive progress and you should be congratulating yourself for that. But when you're at a 6 and you see a 10, the biggest challenge of going from abundance to powerful, purpose-driven prosperity in every area of your life is that you're going to have to let go of good and leap for greatness. And the big difference about reaching for greatness when you're living in goodness is that you think you got something to fucking lose. See, when you don't have shit, there's nothing to lose. When there's nothing to lose, you're willing to do things that you won't do when you think you have something to lose. You're willing to push harder than you normally would push because you don't think you have something to lose. But it's amazing. It's amazing what happens when we all of a sudden get a good life. And goodness becomes the greatest enemy to our greatness, because goodness itself, in order to get to greatness, we got to let go of the beliefs, let go of the patterns, let go of the game that we've created that got us to good, because what got us to good won't get us to great. Your great marriage is waiting for you to let go of your good marriage. Your great fitness is waiting for you to let go of your good fitness. Your great relationship with God and understanding of the universe is waiting for you to let go of your good relationship with it. Your great relationship with your children is waiting for you to let go of your good relationship with your children and to leap. And yet here's the greatest tragedy. For fear of falling to a 1, most individuals will settle on in to a life simply of goodness. But you know what? I guess it's fucking better than survival. And if you feel like you came to this life in order to experience a good life, well, you keep going. I guess this message isn't for you. But if you came to this life knowing that you were born here for greatness, you're going to get to take a hard look into your mirror right now and figure out, where in the world do I got to let go of goodness in order to reach for greatness? And remember this final message, warrior, and it's simply this: that you will never know how far you can go until you push yourself beyond what you know, in surrendering the small little world of goodness that you've operated in, and reach and strive and jump for greatness. But regardless of what you do, remember that the choice is always yours. And tonight you'll lay your head down on your pillow and you'll be the only one who will be convicted to what your choices were today, of whether you lived a life of mediocrity and goodness or whether you leapt for greatness. Leadership in today's marketplace, we follow the great leaders. We don't follow the good leaders. We follow the great inspirational people. We don't follow the good ones who are simply doing the status quo. And warrior, you were born to lead. You were born to be great. As I sign off, remember the power in today's marketplace and modern day warrior comes down to the simple formula of authenticity. Be real, get raw, and stay relevant with a ruthless commitment to creating big ass results today.